Hey, so it's Mr. Tush over at Global, and today we're going to talk about lists. And this is bulleted lists and ordered lists and nested lists, all kinds of lists. So I have to ask, is your site feeling listless? I'm sorry, that was a really bad pun. So there's primarily two types of lists. One is the unordered list. That's where you're going to have a bulleted list of items, and those are not necessarily in a given order. And then the second is an ordered list. Usually those are numbered, first item, second item, third item, fourth item, in order of priority. And which one you choose depends on the data that you want to list. So before we go on, I need you to pause the video and create two lists of your favorites. These can be favorites from any of these categories. I'm going to give you a few to get you started. Foods, celebrities, recording artists, sports figures, people in history, countries you want to visit, cars. If there's a category you want to see up here, design your own. Then finally, pause the video and write those down on a Google Doc so that we can then take those data and put it into your website. Go ahead and pause the video now and then come back when you're ready. Welcome back. Now, the next thing you need to do is open your My Favorites page in your browser and in your text editor. Make sure they're open side by side the way we like to work. And by now you should have two lists. So I want you to pick a list where you don't particularly care on the order of things, because we are going to work together to make an unordered list. Now, the first new tag we're going to learn is the UL tag. The UL tag stands for unordered list. And yes, it does require that you close it with a /UL afterward. And of course, the next tag you're going to have to learn is the LI, or list item tag. And the list item tag also requires closing after each item in the list. So we're going to go over to your favorites.html page, and somewhere inside the body of the page, wherever you want it to show up, you're going to put your UL and /UL tags. This is where your list will start and end. Next, we'll put in our first item. We'll put in an LI tag and then type in dark chocolate and then /LI to close it off. Next, list the rest of your list items with an LI tag at the front and a /LI at the end. You can make this list as long as you want to. Save your text file, refresh your browser, and the page should now display a bulleted list. So you're probably saying to yourself, hey, my list had a title. Well, the good news is that you already know how to do that. Go back to your code, add a header. For now, I'll just add an H2 tag, type my favorite foods, and then close it off with a /H2. Save the page, refresh the browser, and voila, there's your title. So next we're going to deal with ordered list. This is a list that basically will be numbered for us. So I have a list of countries I'd like to visit: Ireland, China, Puerto Rico, Great Britain, and Hawaii. Of course, you're no doubt saying to yourself, wait, Hawaii is not a foreign country. You're right, but it's my website, so I get to say whatever I want. The good news is there's only one new tag to learn here, and that is the OL tag. It's an ordered list, and it does require closing. After that, you're going to put in your list items with the LI tag the same way, where you open it and close it after each item. So next, I'm going to go back to my code, and inside the body tags, I'm going to put in my OL tags. Next, I'm going to put in all of my list items the same way I did before, with an LI in front of each item and a /LI afterwards, opening and closing the tag for each list item. And of course, I remember that my list needs a title, so I'm going to add a title that says countries I'd like to visit, and I'll give it an H2 tag at the front and a /H2 at the end. The only thing left is to save the file, then refresh the browser window, and it should now put out my list with my title of the countries I'd like to visit. So there we are. It looks the way I want it to. Good luck, and I hope this video helped.